If you give me 10 minutes of your life, I'm gonna make your resume 100 times better. I did several internships already and I edited my resume several times, at least 50 times. So I know what I'm talking about. Let's dive into this iPad and see my current resume. So if you make your resume like this, I'm pretty confident that you will land an internship also. So what do I have in my resume here? In the top, every resume has this, the header, right? So in the header section, you should have your big name, right? Ravin Kumar Kalikote for myself. You place your name and that should be the highlight. First thing everybody sees in a resume is your name. So it should be big and bold. And then your phone number, right? Don't call me, but this is my phone number. You should put your phone number and email. And there are two other pieces, which are GitHub's link and then LinkedIn link. If you are in software engineering field, these two links are the must. You should have a GitHub link and then LinkedIn link. So if you don't yet have these two profiles, create one. I'm going to link a video about making good GitHub profile and LinkedIn profile in the description or comment. Check that out. But you should have great GitHub profile and LinkedIn profile linked here. So you should provide the link here. So what you put in a GitHub is your code bases, your project, the actual code base of your project, right? And then what goes in the LinkedIn is the project description. So overview summary of yourself and overview summary of your project, maybe some recommendations and things like that. So that two things, if you do not have it, put it there. Build the profile and put it there. Very important. If you have LinkedIn and GitHub, that is a green flag. If you don't, that is a red flag, right? So now you can also add your website, personal website. I have my personal website, which is ravinkalikote.com, but I have not added here because it is not that of a big deal to have a personal website. You are still an intern, so you are not expected to have a personal website, but GitHub and LinkedIn, it should be there. Now, next section in my resume is education. I have put this education all the way down bottom here and sometimes in the middle about here, but what has worked the best is having the education at the top. You are an intern, so your first highlight is education. So in education, you put your college name, right? The College of Idaho for me, and then your degree. My degree is computer science and mathematics. That is my major. And if you have any minor, then you put that also. I'm a theater and psychology minor, and my internship counselor said that if you put your minor, it will show that you are a versatile person. So it is very important to put the minor if you have any, right? And then if you are dean's honor list or president's honor list, put that up and then put up your GPA right away, right? That shows how good of a student you are, right? And then just followed by that, put up your leadership positions. So here you should put the leadership positions that are not so significant to be put down here in projects, right? In one of those projects, but still they are your highlights. They are pretty important highlight. For example, president of coding club right in here is one of the big highlight for me. Facilitator of coding night, that is also one of the biggest highlight of my college career related to software engineering. And instructor of Build Your Brand 101, that is also important. So top 3 highlight that you do not need to describe, just put it as a highlight. Include them here, right, in the leadership section. One thing to notice is that I've seen people adding the relevant coursework here or anywhere down. That is not necessary. My internship counselor said that if the technical person is reviewing your resume, then they already know what the technical skills you learn as a computer science major. And if it is just the reviewer, HR people, they do not understand very much from the coursework, right? So you don't put the coursework here. So now next section is technical skills. So I've seen that people clutter the technical skill with bunch of anything, right? So they put front end, back end, every single stack, data science stack, all those stuff. Be specific, be selective. So what I have done here is for programming, I just said Python and I said advanced proficiency, because that is what I learned in school, right? So you just say Python or whatever you learn in your university, say advanced proficiency, and then put up every single language that you have tried. So I feel comfortable with C++ and I've coded a lot with Ruby, so I put those two language. What you should not do is don't put the languages that you have not coded with. I had put down Java back in time, and then I got asked a question about Java programming language in the interview, and that screwed me up. So don't do that. Be realistic and be truthful, right? And then for web media, down in this section I have HTML, CSS and JavaScript, my strength. AngularJS, I have built apps with AngularJS like the front end part. Bootstrap, I nail it. Ruby on Rails have been doing forever. Flask, built multiple apps. Express, I can talk about it. Git and GitHub, super important, and I think every single software engineer or data analyst should know about Git and GitHub, right? So put those stuff. And then for databases, SQL, SQLite, R, and then Tableau, Excel, I'm very confident about it. Internships and works, now that is the next section down here, right? So here you list all your internship related experiences, right? My first internship was in WSP USA as a software development intern. So you put the name of the company and then you put your position, and in the right side you put the Denver, Colorado, wherever you worked, and then the date. Now these two keywords, right, these two bullet points has to be strong and specific, right? I like 2 to 3 bullet points per experience. Each of your bullet points should start with an action verb. Like for example, I have developed, integrated, optimized, tutored, right? Those action verb, it has to start with the action verb. You should describe what you did and then what was the result, right? 3 things. Start with the action verb, describe what you did, and include what was the impact. So here I developed a prototype web application with .NET and React and Autodesk Forge API, right? Enabling users to upload and interact with 3D models directly in the browser. Very descriptive, right? Resulting in 8% faster rendering. See that? Now you might be wondering, I am so perfect about writing these bullet points in resume. You are wrong. No. What I did was I went to ChatGPT and then I described my job. I did this. I developed a prototype web application. I used this stack, and then in last part of the paragraph I said write 2 bullet points for my resume about this experience. Then what did ChatGPT do? ChatGPT gave me these 2 points. I copied that and pasted in my resume. So you can do exact same thing, right? So you should have at least 2 or 3 internship experiences, internship or work. I had put down my first internship experience and my college work experience here. I worked as an IT intern and teaching assistant in college. If you are a teaching assistant, especially computer science or data science, please add that to your resume. That counts as a big plus. So what I said was I'm a teaching assistant and IT intern. As an IT intern, I optimized Python algorithm, right? And then the algorithm was to visualize business data, college business data. It reduced the processing time by 40%. So you have to be very specific about this number, very careful when you put that down. In one of my interview, I got asked about what is this 40%? What kind of algorithm were you improving? And I basically said the college algorithm, the initial algorithm was bubble sort, and I just instantly knew that more sort could do faster than bubble sort. So I rewrote the algorithm to implement more sort, and the algorithm was 40 times faster, or 40% faster, and that was a good answer. The interviewer liked it, right? And then in my second experience, I have said tutored fellow student using visualization, targeted questioning, example walkthrough strategies to ensure comprehensive understanding, resulting 100% tutees achieving A grades in their CSC classes, which is true. So I've tutored multiple computer science students, the programming fundamental 1 and Python programming 2. So those two classes I've taught several students, and this is the impact I have driven. What did I do? I explained the impact to ChatGPT. ChatGPT basically gave me the bullet points. So just be smart, use AI well, right? And then you will be all set. Now for passion project, I just have projects written here, but the better title is passion project. You should list at least 2 or 3 projects that you have worked with, and you should show the stacks you have used, just like I have shown here, right? The technologies that you have used. You should focus on teamwork if you can show that, right? And you should focus on your skills, that you demonstrate skills. It could be soft skills or technical skills, right? This is the place to demonstrate your skill. So what did I say? In my first project, here is the title, Ask Matrab. When I say Ask Matrab, interviewer have no idea what it is, so I described it saying online learning platform, right? That makes sense now. And then I said, this is a vertical bar here. I do not know the name of it, but you can find it in the keyboard. So after the vertical bar, I have all the stacks listed. This helps for the resume parsing if a company uses electronic parsing system, right? So I have said Ruby on Rails, PostgreSQL, HTML, CSS, jQuery, AWS, all this good stuff right away. And then in the description bullet points, I again said 2 to 3 bullet points. This was a big project of myself, so I have 3 bullet points here. Developed, again started with the action verb. Developed, designed, designed, right? Developed, designed, facilitated, helped. So if you Google about these resume action verb, there are list of different action verbs that you can use. So what I said was developed Ruby on Rails and deployed AWS Heroku, full stack, responsive social learning app, attracting 10,000 users within the first year, again see the keyword, and achieving 60,000 monthly visits. Very impactful. I said what I did, I developed the app, social learning app. There are keywords like full stack, responsive, those are very important keyword in web development. So, and then I said I attracted 10,000 users within first year, right? And then I achieved 60,000 monthly visits. Very impactful. So the impact right away. This was always the highlight of my resume. The interviewer would go crazy knowing this. They always wanted me to explain more about it. So yeah, put your highlight right in top. And then designed and maintained the relational database with Active Record and PostgreSQL, comprising of 19 tables, over 46,000 rows. Give the numbers, put the numbers. We call this quantifiable. When you put the prompt in the ChatGPT, say make the bullets quantifiable. And then to organize complex relationship between users, content, and interaction. See, I think that is beautiful. And then I said designed over 40 web pages to enhance, I gave the tech stack right here, to enhance the user experience and content organization across the app, contributing to 18% increase in average user engagement. So I got this number from Google Analytics. You can have it from Google Analytics or whatever analytics that you use. If you have the number, put it down. My another project, similarly, again ASCI Senate. Interviewer would have no idea what that is, so I said Senate voting application. Now it makes sense. And I immediately said I used Express.js, AngularJS, WebSocket, and Figma for the front-end design. And in my last one, I said Build a Brand 101. No idea what that is. But when I say Web Development Workshop, then now it makes sense that this is a workshop that I'm teaching to students. And then the stacks right away. And then I said facilitated a week-long workshop for 21 students, again number, right? Teaching web development fundamental, including HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, resulting in 85%. Again, now how I found 85%? 85% of 21 is exactly 18. And now if the interviewer questions me about what is 85% is, how do you count it, I can confidently say that it is 18 people who build the fully functional personal website, right? And then I said helped student wireframe on paper, develop website using Bootstrap, jQuery, Awesome, and deploy their website in GitHub pages using version control. So that is it. This is how you can make your resume great. So these are the basic sections. Now don't make your resume over cluttered. I know you want to have everything in your resume and you don't want to remove anything. I know it is painful to remove stuff from the resume, but think again, less is more. Keep your resume minimal, put down most important stuff. If I put down everything of my life in my resume, all the things, great things that I've done, my resume will be 5 pages. But again, resume should be 1 page. Once you follow this stuff and then edit your resume, I'm pretty confident that your resume will be far better, and then you will land an internship, right? I wish you all the best. It is time to apply for summer of 2026. If you say it is too early, that is why you are not getting an internship. You should apply earliest possible. The internships for 2026 has already been rolling out. So keep applying, improve your resume. Don't be afraid to remove stuff, add stuff, play around. Don't be afraid to break your resume. You have to have at least 50 versions of your resume before you land a proper internship. So that is it. All the best. That's all I gotta say. And I have a camera here. All the best, my people. What do I say now? I do very poorly without a script, but how long have I been filming? Hey, I have one thing to say. Please subscribe, will you? And also, next I will be making a video about behavioral interview, so maybe you should watch it.